Coming up next, we are getting to the triple threat of real estate. Michael Gaddis, he is an attorney. He's got a background in mortgage, also knows reverse mortgage, and top producing realtor. Pretty amazing, his view of what's happening in the markets. We're going to bring him in next. Stay tuned. You're watching The American Dream. And now joining me in studio, we've talked enough about real estate today. Why not bring in one of the best in the market, truly in the trenches? He's got a background in law, finance, and real estate, top producer, luxury real estate specialist, and a radio show host. Man, we need to actually get like a drum in here and just awesome, man. Well, you're obviously crushing it, doing amazing things. So we've talked a little bit about the market, not really gone deep today on it. You're out there, you're actually helping people to buy and sell. We've had some finance guys in here. Tell us what's really going on out there.
Well, you know, I think the market, the real estate market's really heating up, especially in the area of Carlsbad. I think it's a great time to sell. If you've been thinking about selling, you better do it right now. I mean, it's really starting to come up, and so I think that, but you know, with that being said, I have a habit of I look through the listings every single week. And I look through them all the time to kind of gauge what's going on. And I notice there's a lot of them expiring off the market, which is interesting to me. There's a lot of listings going on. They're not necessarily selling. And there's a lot of reasons why for that. So
we just talked about it a moment ago about a home that went on the market at 30 offers, right? You're hearing a lot of that. You're not hearing a lot of a home on the market that didn't sell. So you're talking about these expired listings.
That's right.
Explain that market and what you think is going on there.
Well, you know, there's always those houses that get 30 offers on it, and it's like a bidding war with them. But then you don't hear about the houses that are sitting on the market, and there's a lot of reasons why. Yeah. And the number one reason everybody's going to tell you is because it's priced wrong. But that's not always the reason why a listing expires. I mean, when I do a lot of forensic analysis, I like to use the term forensic analysis because that's really what it is, to let people know why your listing might have expired. And when I go through there, it could be anything from pictures, you know, lack of, you know, description. You know, sometimes real estate agents will take shortcuts on filling in MLS data.
So these are people that actually had a realtor representing them.
That's right. And it's just faulty work in either the marketing plan that they have or in the actual presentation at all. A lot of real estate agents, what they think that sells a house is putting it on the MLS, having a few open houses, and populating on Zillow and you know, maybe Trulia, and that's their marketing plan, right? They hope it sells that way, and they're crossing their fingers it sells, and if it doesn't, then their first reaction to somebody is, we need to lower the price. That's the first thing they say to somebody, and that's not always the answer. It might be the answer, maybe they priced it wrong initially, but it's not always the answer.
So what are the better marketing strategies? Obviously, we're more technologically advanced. There's a lot more going on. People are shopping on their phones. So the traditional way of thinking, put the sign in the yard, open house. What's the new way? Well,
I think the one thing you need to do is see where the buyers are looking and how they're looking. There's a report that comes out from the National Association of Realtors every year called the Home Buyer and Seller Generational Trends Report. It breaks it down and tells you exactly where these people are looking, where are the buyers looking, what resources are they using. You should tailor your marketing plan to what they're doing. Don't use the archaic methods. Just because people have been putting homes in magazines and newspapers all the time doesn't mean you need to continue that. And that's what a lot of people are doing. And if you look at that report, it'll show that like 14% of people use magazines or newspapers, whereas most people, 88%, are using the internet. So gear towards the internet.
I've never understood the high-end home magazines here in San Diego. You see, I mean, the magazines are great, right? But there's a realtor that paid, you know what magazines I'm referring to, and I'm not going to throw them under the bus, but they look great, they're nice to read, but you know a realtor paid for that ad.
That's right.
Probably paid by the home seller, and for what?
And you know what it does? It gets that realtor more listings, but it doesn't sell their house. If you look at that chart that I have, and it shows that you know, how many people used a home magazine to eventually find their house, meaning the house they found it, it was less than 1% found it in a home magazine. Less than 1%. Yet people are trying to upsell you on that.
Yeah. Tell us about your radio show. So we got about a minute here.
Yep.
What's going on with the show?
Oh, the show's great. And I have a new promotion coming out where if you list your house with me, I'm going to promote it on my radio show. I'm going to, you know, give it a really good description and really talk about it and highlight it on the radio show. Then I'm going to turn it into an MP4. And then I'm going to blast it all over the internet and social media. All different avenues, not just Zillow and Trulia.
You fired up, Gaddis?
I'm fired up today.
This has been one of the most random shows today, and we've had great guests. Gaddis is out there just killing it. Top producer in real estate. what I really like about him, he's got a background in legal and finance. So many realtors are out there just peddling to get a commission. You actually you use the word forensics earlier.
Yes.
I mean, you can really get in there, analyze these things. We have contracts involved with earnest deposits. So the skill set you bring is unique to any other realtor in the marketplace. Plus, you host a radio show and have thousands of people that tune in for your advice. Love it, man. Thanks for coming on The American Dream here today. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
All right, we're going to lighten things up a little bit. We're going to talk about Nikki Clue, interior design, beautifying your home, right? So we've talked about the real estate market. We've talked about the homes and equity and interest rates and opportunities there. But what about where you live, where you hang your hat, where you build memories? Nikki Clue is going to help us with that coming up here in just a moment on The American Dream.